Hi, it's Alan here from Reilly Real Estate. Welcome to Reilly's Real Talk for this Monday, the 3rd of April. Can you believe we've gone through the first quarter of 2023 already? 3 months done and dusted and behind us. Easter coming up, school holidays are here, and it's just been a really quick start to the year. Hopefully an enjoyable start for you. It certainly has been a really enjoyable start for us here at Reilly Real Estate. We thought today, being we're starting into the new quarter, ending the first one, starting into quarter number 2, we thought today would be a great time to come back with another Reilly's Real Talk and just give you a bit of an update on the market, what's been happening, and some of the insight, hopefully, that we've seen. So hopefully that will be of benefit to you. So what have we seen over the first few months of the year? Well, we've seen some really good buyer activity continuing across the region, and all types of buyers inquiring on property. In terms of prices, what we've noticed from last year, and certainly the late last year into the first few months of this year, is that prices across the region seem to be stabilising. We've had 2 years, maybe even a bit more than 2 years, of really good strong growth in prices across the region. And we've noticed that those prices are starting to stabilise, have certainly stabilised in those first few months of the year. But despite that, our local marketplace in Toowoomba is one of the best performing markets, best performing regional markets in the country. According to RP Data and their most recent regional market update, the Toowoomba market is one of the fastest selling, actually the second fastest selling regional market in the country, with an average days on market of 28 for houses and 41 days for units. So those numbers are certainly up from what we saw last year, but very good in comparison to the rest of the country. So really positive signs there. We are still operating in what we would say is a low supply market. In fact, SQM Research, a company that logs data for property all across the country, shows that their graphs at the moment show that our marketplace is sitting at the lowest level of supply that it has done since 2010. So we're sitting in a low supply environment right now, and an environment, a marketplace that's getting really good demand from a wide range of buyers. So far this year, there's been 363 recorded sales, and at the moment there are a further 283 properties under contract. So if we put those two numbers together, we're up over 600 sales for the quarter, which is a really good number, but it is still 30% below the same number of transactions for the same period last year. So that same time, that first quarter of 2022, saw actually over 900 houses and units change hands, and we're a little bit over 600 if all the properties under contract go through this quarter. So still a really good solid number, but obviously a lot less than what we saw in 2022. And that's not a result really of the demand dropping off, because the demand is still there. It's more a case of that low supply, as I mentioned, with the lowest supply levels since 2010. Right now there are 744 properties advertised for sale across Toowoomba. If we take away that 283 that are under contract, it leaves us with just 461 on the market, which really isn't a big number, especially when you consider that there's over 600 that have changed hands in the last few months. So that continued strong demand from local buyers, interstate investors, and people relocating to our region is what's really driving the market at the moment, combined with that historic low supply level. So those two things of supply being low, demand being high, keeping things strong despite those interest rate rises that we've seen over the past almost 12 months now. It was May of last year that we saw the first interest rate increase, and obviously we've seen a number since then. Throughout the first few months of the year, we have had inquiry come in from all types of buyers, be they, and it has been the owner-occupiers or home buyers, so people, first home buyers, people upgrading, people downsizing, or people relocating to the area that have been the most active in the marketplace. And while we are still getting investor inquiry and we are still seeing investors active in the marketplace, it seems that the interest rate rises has affected investor confidence more than it has done for home buyers. So three great examples of that in the past few months. Three sales that we've had, three auction sales of properties, one at 6 Donegal Street, one in 29 Rachel Street, and one just on the weekend in 9 Bamboo Court, where we had both investors and home buyers vying for those properties. And it was home buyers that won out in the end, which is really good to see. And in fact, it was first home buyers that secured all three of those properties. So great to see first home buyers being able to get into the marketplace, especially when there's so much talk about first home buyers not being able to get into a lot of areas. Toowoomba, I believe, is still an area that offers a lot for first home buyers, especially young families, and offers really good value. Whether you're looking for a unit or a house, there are really good options out there for you. So while some other larger marketplaces, especially the capital cities, have had relatively cool starts to the year, even they seem to be improving now as we come in towards Easter. And despite changes to interest rates, our local market continues to shine, and we are seeing very favourable selling conditions across the board. And unless there is a significant change in that level of supply, then we feel that those good selling conditions will continue, at least in the near term. So for anyone out there that is thinking of selling, certainly I think you've got really good opportunity to do that right now, and take advantage of that good buyer demand that is in the marketplace at the moment. Look, I hope that's been of interest for you and some value for you. That's our first Reilly's Real Talk for this year. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and obviously with Easter coming up this week, have a great Easter. I hope you get to spend some good quality time with family and friends. Thanks very much.